On a quiet evening in 2004, a well-respected family man named Robert Black destroyed the lives of his loved ones in the most brutal way imaginable. Known for his charm and friendly demeanor, no one suspected that this seemingly ordinary man harbored a dark secret. What drove Robert to massacre his wife and 2 children? And why did he then attempt to disappear into thin air? This is the chilling story of Robert Black, the family annihilator who shocked the world. Robert Black appeared to live the American dream. He had a wife, 2 beautiful children, a comfortable home in a small town, and a stable job. On the outside, he was the epitome of a loving family man, respected by his friends and neighbors. But beneath the surface, cracks were starting to form. The struggles behind closed doors. Robert's marriage was slowly crumbling due to growing financial troubles, marital issues, and stress from his demanding job. His once loving relationship with his wife, Laura, had turned into something much darker, his hidden rage. Though he was a soft-spoken man in public, Robert harbored a deep resentment toward his wife and children. According to friends and family, his temperament had begun to change, and signs of emotional instability were becoming more apparent. On the night of March 18, 2004, Robert Black decided he couldn't take the pressure any longer. In a cold, calculated act of violence, he murdered his wife and 2 children. Robert waited until his family was asleep before committing the unthinkable. He shot his wife, Laura, in the head while she was in bed. He then proceeded to murder his 2 children, one by one. After the killings, Robert staged the crime scene to make it look like a random act of violence. He cleaned up the house and packed a few belongings, leaving no immediate clues behind. But what he didn't realize was that his dark secret wouldn't stay hidden for long. After committing the murders, Robert Black did what most family annihilators do. He fled. But his plan didn't go as smoothly as he thought. Robert wiped his fingerprints from the scene and made sure the family's phones were destroyed, preventing investigators from tracing any immediate leads. He then disappeared into the night, leaving no trace of where he had gone. As the police pieced together the crime scene, they quickly realized that the killer had to be someone close to the family. A manhunt was launched, but Robert had already vanished, and no one could find him. For months, authorities searched for any clue that would lead them to the family's killer. While Robert Black had evaded capture, his story was far from over. A cold case turns hot. For years, Robert Black was one of the most wanted men in America. His disappearance baffled investigators and family members alike, but they never gave up hope. The breakthrough. After a decade of searching, Robert's case was featured on national television, bringing renewed attention to the hunt for the family killer. In 2014, a key piece of evidence finally surfaced, a tip from a witness who recognized Robert's new identity. The man who had once been so carefully hidden was finally found. Robert Black was arrested in 2014, and the long-awaited trial began. During his trial, Robert showed little remorse for his actions, offering no explanation for the murders other than vague statements about stress and financial pressure. Robert was convicted of 3 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. His capture and conviction brought some relief to the grieving relatives, but it did little to erase the trauma his family had endured. Robert Black's crimes remain a reminder of how devastating the effects of mental instability, financial strain, and emotional neglect can be. His story is a tragic tale of a family destroyed by a man who, on the surface, seemed to have it all. Black's case brought awareness to the hidden dangers of family annihilators and how psychological issues, when left untreated, can escalate into horrific violence. Today, Robert Black's name is remembered not as a loving father, but as a man who destroyed everything he once held dear in a single, irreversible act of violence. The story of Robert Black is another tragic reminder of the dangers lurking beneath the surface of many seemingly perfect families. While the pain for his surviving family members will never truly go away, justice was finally served. If you found this story gripping, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more true crime stories. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.